I think Intimate Apparel was a sad story because the main character, Esther, was in a hopeless situation. However, the play has somewhat of a good ending because Hester hopes to start anew for her unborn child. Uh, one, one thing that I noticed was Esther tries to be strong in following her dream, but her need for a connection with another human being sways her from her goal. Another interesting thing that I noticed was all of the clients that Esther had were in situations that they wanted to change in some way. Like for example, with Mrs. Van Buren when she wanted to um, leave her, when she talked about wanting to leave her unhappy marriage, but in the end of the play, Esther was the only one who was strong enough to change her situation. Another value that I noticed while reading the play is following traditions. This is related to Miss Marks in the way that he refused to actively court or even physically touch Esther because of the tradition that he followed in that a man was not supposed to touch a woman who was not his wife or relative. Another value that I saw is following one's own goals. It's related to Esther in the way that she worked and saved up enough money for like 18 years to open her beauty parlor for color women. Um, one detail that I looked up while reading the play was the meaning of the word chupses. I learned that it was a gesture used to show discontent or disagreement. Um, in the play, George chupses to show his discontent with Esther, and this was the first hint to the readers that George might not have been who he said he was in the letters, and it also hints that George was not into the marriage after he finally met Esther and married her. This play sort of reinvents stereotypes. It highlights one stereotype of um, deadbeat um, deadbeat African American dads and how the mothers are left to raise the kids themselves. However, this play shows the events that could lead to a situation like that, and it shows that these women are just people who are stuck in bad situations, and they have to deal with it. There are still stereotypes that exist today. One such example is African American people prefer fried chicken. This stereotype is specifically has been specifically perpetuated on the internet through social media like Vine and Instagram. To overcome them, one way to do it is actually meet a person from that specific group and get to know them. And in getting to know them, you'll see that these stereotypes might not be true after all. A question that I had to ask was, do you think Esther will ever open her beauty parlor in addition to raising her child? And my second question is, uh, what would you say about Esther and George's relationship? Was it fictional or not? Um, because um, they had both their letters written by other people all the time.